Hello everyone, this is Vortex 259. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. In our previous episode, we obtained a ship by defeating Layla's gangly band of pirates. So now we're free to explore the far corners of the world and the oceans using our newly obtained ship. Now I believe we have a couple of things to check here. Let's first of all check the bestiary. We have a new entry down here at number 44. These are Layla's pirates that we defeated. We had to fight 8 of them, and they were very weak. Rank 1 with 90 hit points, no weaknesses, no resistances. Yeah, they were pushovers, and we defeated them very quickly. So now that we defeated Layla's pirates, she decided to join our party and help us in our cause to fight the Empire. We have a new party member. So let's check Layla's statistics here. You can see she's very well versed in the dagger and the sword skills. In fact, her dagger is nearly level 6 in skill, which is nice. She comes pre-equipped with the dagger and a longsword, but I'm going to make some changes to her equipment here very quickly. I'm going to replace her dagger with the mangosh we found back in the Dreadnought. That will take her attack pretty substantially upward from 26 to 51. And I'm going to replace her longsword with the mithril knife that I have in my possession, take her attack up to 52. Now she also comes pre-equipped with a gold hairpin and a silver cuirass, but she has no hand protection. Fortunately, I just happen to have a pair of mithril gloves in my possession, so I'm going to put those on her hands and take her defense up to 27. And she also comes pre-equipped with Thunder Magic, level 4, almost level 5. In fact, I think you only have to use it once to take it up to level 5. And hopefully I'll get a chance to demonstrate that here on the high seas. Okay, what we want to do today is go in search of Castle Deist. King of Finn's last request was to search out the Dragoons and their wyverns to see if they can aid us in our fight against the Empire. Now, we're currently located here in the middle of the sea to the southeast of Poft. Where we want to go is right about here. This is where Deist is located, but in order to get there we've got to go through a canal, which is located right about here, and then we're just going to sail all the way south and then come around on the northern side of the world, and that should take us to Castle Deist. So we should be good to go. There are some new monsters here in the sea you'll want to fight. In fact, there are 4 of them. And there's a couple of them you want to make sure you get because they will not be available later in the game. So I'm going to try to demonstrate all 4 of them before we get to Deist. So let's just start sailing here and see if we can find that canal. And I believe it's just up ahead here. Here's the canal right here. So let's just sail through here. There we go. From here it's just a matter of sailing due southward for the most part. Okay, well, here's 2 out of the 4 new enemies you can fight in the sea. One of them is the Helldiver, which is just an annoying bird. But the one you really need to watch out for is the Sea Snake. It is a rank 4 monster, and it has a pretty hard-hitting attack, and it can also poison you. The Sea Snake is weak against thunder, so I'm going to have Maria use her Thunder spell. I'm going to have Guy use his axe on the Sea Snake, and let's have Layla use her Thunder spell as well. Helldivers are no pushovers either. They have fairly high attack power. I think they're rank 3. Yeah, you can see the Thunder spell did more damage to the Sea Snake, and look at that, 102 damage to Maria, and it poisoned her. And Furion's sword was pretty useless. And so were Guy's axes. Okay, the Sea Snake has gone down. Only a matter of taking down the last Helldiver here. So let's do that real quick. Alright, there we go. And we obtain 600 gil. Layla's Thunder spell levels up, and she gets an HP bonus. Gonna have to take care of that poison from Maria. Got rid of that. And we've got a couple of new entries in our bestiary now. The Helldiver is number 42. And I think you could have also fought those in the Dreadnought. So if you found them in there, kudos to you. There's number 52, the Sea Snake. Rank 4 as promised. There's 300 HP on it, no treasure, weakness is lightning. Alright, let's continue onward here. Down to the south. Pretty good distance. Okay, here's another new enemy you can fight. This is one you definitely want to get right now if you possibly can, if you're a bestiary completionist, because it will not be available later in the game. The reason I know that is because first time I played Final Fantasy II, I could not find the bestiary entry for this one, and it turns out it was too late to get it, and that was extremely annoying. So being the completionist I am, I started the game over, and yeah, that was not a good thing. But anyway, I got more fun out of playing Final Fantasy II. I think I actually even found a couple of treasure chests that I didn't get during the first playthrough, so it turned out being worth it. But yeah, it was definitely annoying at the time. Okay, let's take out these Buccaneers so we can get to Deist. Good job, Layla. And Furion takes out the last Buccaneer, matey. Get 2,400 gil. Wow, they drop a lot of gil, which is nice. And their bestiary entry is number 45. So I don't have to worry about that one anymore. Rank 2, 80 HP. It's higher in rank, but with lower HP than the pirate. That's interesting. Alright, where am I at? There I am, right there. Okay, let's continue sailing south then. Go east around these snowy mountains. In fact, I think that's where the snow cavern was. So you can see we're on the northern part of the map now. These should be off to the east. I believe this is it, but there's one more enemy I want to find real quick in the sea. And after doing a little searching, I finally ran into the last monster on the sea, the killer fish. They're weak against thunder. Pretty easy to find in the sea. Already took down another sea snake and another hell diver, so I'm going to take care of the killer fish real quick, and then I'll meet right back up with you next to the Isle of Deist. You know, the sad thing is I ran into more Buccaneers while searching for the killer fish than I did in any previous run of the game, and I couldn't even find it that first time. Oh well. Anyway, number 40 is the killer fish, and it's rank 3 with 100 HP, and its weakness is lightning. Okay, let's get off here and see if we can find our way to Deist. Now be careful, there's stronger monsters here, and you can even run into those hill gigas. Remember that boss monster we fought in the Dreadnought? Well, it's a normal monster here, so be careful. Mostly though, you're going to run into a lot of undead, so that's where the fire spell is going to come in handy. Alright, it looks like we have finally made it. Here is Castle Deist. So let's go inside here on the first floor, and hey, who is this? Looks like a little boy here. Child says, "Go away, don't come any closer." And he runs off. Seems a little spooked. Now why would that be? Well, let's talk to him again. Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you. I'm going to go tell my mom. Oh no, don't tell your mom, please, anything but that. Well, let's go here onto the second floor. We'll get all the treasure here a little bit later. Let's first of all go see what the kid has to say here. What's the big idea? You're not the bad guys. I thought the Empire had sent their soldiers after us again. Oh, okay. Well, I can understand you being scared, thinking we're the evil Empire. Well, let's talk to his mom here. She says, "I hope my son hasn't caused you any trouble. If he has, I do apologize. My husband was a Dragoon. The Imperial soldiers killed him, along with the rest. Oh no. My son and I are the only two left, so these are the only two survivors, it looks like. Man." She says, "In the room behind us is the last surviving wyvern. It seems to be trying to tell us something, but I cannot speak its tongue. If we only had one of the pendants, we would be able to understand it. The cavern of the wyvern lies north of this castle. That cavern may hold one of the pendants that allows us to speak the wyvern's language." Okay. Well, let's ask her about wyverns. She says the Dragoons fought valiantly, but the Empire knows no honor. They poisoned the wyvern's water. Oh man, how in the world could they do something so dishonorable? The wyverns writhed in agony until at last their breathing stopped. With their wyverns dead, the dragoons were picked off one by one by the Empire. And if we asked her about the dragoons, she says the dragoons fought valiantly, but the Empire knows no honor, so she pretty much says the same thing she's already told us. So, yeah, looks like the Empire fought dirty and poisoned the wyvern's water. And here's the last surviving wyvern right here, but we can't understand a word it says. It looks like we're going to need to go to the cave to the north of Deist and see if we can seek out a pendant. If we find it, we might just be able to understand what the wyvern is trying to tell us here. So I guess we'll go ahead and stop here for today. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy II. This has been Vortex 259, and we will pick up from here again next time. See ya!